Hello and welcome to Shop Talk with Dan the Man. Today's video we're going to talk about this. This is Ridgid's 18 volt 175 watt power inverter. So I've had this for a year now, and I'm going to go over what I used it for throughout that year, the pros and cons with this unit, and then my final would I buy it again. Hello, if you're new to this channel, my name is Dan Shannon. I enjoy woodworking as a hobby and being out in the shop. On this channel, dive deep into my shop as we explore tools and tool reviews, as well as chatting about everything related to woodworking. If this grabs you by the tool belt, please subscribe to my channel if you want more videos like this. So let's jump into that now. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. And this inverter is model number R86097. And this is their input 18 volt, 16 amp, and it's their 175 watt. So this is a very small unit. It's mainly used to power small electronics. You're not going to run anything big, no coffee machines, no kettles, nothing that pulls a lot of amperage when you first power it on. It's made basically just to charge phones, run computers, smaller electronics like I mentioned. So what did I use this for throughout the year when I owned it? The main thing I used it for, especially on a day-to-day, is here out in the shop. So I'm out in the shop, my phone's getting low, everyone has phones these days, and you need to charge it. And that's what I use this for. So this has a power plug, AC, and then of course to the left-hand side there's two USB 2.0s, and then there's a Type-C at the very bottom. So that's a quicker charge system than Type-C, whereas the USBs are a slower current, so it takes a little bit longer to charge your phone. But I use this all the time out in my shop to charge my phone. So that's the main day-to-day use for this particular device. But as I expand throughout the year, of course, I run into different types of things I need this unit for. And the main thing that I would say is camping. So we're out camping. You have your electronics, whether it's a laptop, whether it's your phone, whether it's your kid's toy, or maybe a headlamp that they need charged. Really all the above that you would use when you're camping. And this thing is worth its weight when we go camping. I can plug in our phones. It has an LED light on the top here, so that can run. A particular year we were in a structure, it's called an authentic. This is basically an A-frame building that keeps you out of the elements. But having that small LED light with kids is a great thing, especially in the late night where they have to get up to use the washroom. Just having that ambient light source in the structure was great. Other than camping, the other useful thing was power outages. Now, they don't happen too often in our area, but they do happen. And a lot of times you don't have any power for anything. So this can run a lamp. So we'll have a lamp in a dark room. We'll plug that into here and it illuminates the space that we're in. It also will run our electronics, so phones. I had a TV hooked up to this so we could watch something when the power was out. We had the fireplace on. So that was running in the background. So it was just really nice to have some light throughout the house, and this was a great tool to do that with. And I will mention, the more that you run off this, the fan will kick in for heat distribution. So just remember, if you've got a lot of things plugged in, the fan will kick in. It's made to do that. It's a great feature on this unit to cool it down so it doesn't burn up. So that's into the pros and cons. We'll get into that in the next thing. But as far as the day-to-day and what I've used this for throughout the year, whether it's the shop, camping, or power outages. So those are the three things that I've used this on a regular basis. We'll jump into batteries just for a minute. If you haven't seen a review on this product, you can click here. I do have a full review on this when I first got it. You know, all the features, everything else. So I'm not going to go over that in this video, but I just wanted you to be aware I do have a link for a full review. Let's talk about batteries for a minute for this particular unit. I have everything from a 6 amp hour to a 1.5 amp hour, and they range from generations. So this is a newer generation. This is their max output, whereas this is their older generation. This is their hyper lithium ion. And then we have all the way down to this, and this is also the hyper lithium ion battery. So what that means is, if you're not familiar with Ridgid batteries, basically they give you the power and the longevity. So the higher the amperage, of course, the longer the battery will last for. And you can definitely tell a difference in size when you put them side by side. One's obviously going to last longer than the other based on just the sheer visual size of the batteries. But the reason why I mentioned the batteries is, with this being an AC inverter, you definitely want the longest run time you can. So you can get bigger batteries than this. This is the biggest one I have to power this unit. So if you're running like a lamp or TV, obviously I want a 6 amp hour to get me through a longer time frame, whereas this 1.5 would be perfect for charging your cell phone. So when you're running into camping, I brought multiple 4 to 6 amp hour battery packs with me. I think I had 4 on hand just for that extra amount that I needed. And I also brought a charger so I could charge it up when I ran into a place that had power. So you can use any of these batteries, doesn't matter the generation. That's what I like with Ridgid, is any of their battery packs will work with their tools. If you get a newer impact driver, say, or a circular saw, you don't have to worry about the old batteries. You might not get as much power or longevity from the older batteries, but they still will clip in because they have the same battery mount system on all their tools. So I just want to bring that up about their batteries. You know, it was important with this unit. If you purchase this unit, just to make sure you have a good amount of power from your battery pack. And like I said, depending on what you're doing, cell phone versus running a TV or a lamp, that would change what battery you put on your AC inverter. So let's fast forward to pros and cons. So pros and cons. So I'll go over the pros of this unit first. So after owning this for a year, I found the pro for this unit was it did exactly what Ridgid intended. The power output from this unit, the USBs, the Type-C USB, everything performed exactly how Ridgid intended. This thing can't run your house. It's not intended to. So don't buy it if you want to run a fridge or coffee makers or high amperage devices. It won't work. But it will work for your cell phones, your laptop, different electronics like that that you might have in your home. So I would say, hands down, it did exactly what it was intended to. And I always say in my shop, you can't really get upset with the tool if the tool has certain parameters that it can do. So in this case, this tool is not made to run your house. It's very straightforward, in my opinion. You can read online what it can do, but it definitely won't power anything big. There's other products out there that you can buy that have multiple battery packs. Ryobi has this big unit, DeWalt has one. Hopefully Ridgid will come out with one at some point. where you can put on 4 or 5 of these 4 amp hour and it will run larger units. But for right now, they just have this small shop size power bank, which for my needs is great. Like I said, charging my phone, the power goes out, I can run a lamp, TV, laptop, etc. And then the third thing was camping. So I can run all my electronics, power my kids' headlamps, you know, some toys they might have, etc. And this thing will do it just fine. So what are the cons to this unit after owning it for a year? Basically, the only con I can think of is if you were going to power a coffee maker, say when the power goes out, it won't run a coffee maker at all. But it will run the job site fan. Someone actually asked me that, will it run the job site fan? It will, but the job site fan does have a battery option, so I'm not really sure if you need to use this for the plug part of it, because you could just put the battery on. But if you wanted to, yes, it will run the job site fan. And this will do pretty much anything else. However, like I said, the con would be buying it with the idea of running a coffee maker. And I did try that when I first got it, because when the power goes out, you need coffee. So I plugged it in and it just blinked. It wouldn't fire on the kettle, and just because of the amperage. So that's not really a con per se, it's the limitations of this product. And the other thing is the fan. So there's a fan in here, which I said it was a great feature for this product, because it takes the heat out of the unit so it doesn't burn up, which it has to have some sort of a cooling in the device. The issue is it does get quite loud. Nothing crazy, but you can definitely tell the fan is on. It kicks in. So depending on, you know, circumstances, whether it's at nighttime you're sleeping and the fan's on it, like, it could be a little bit annoying. But for the most part, if I'm running this in, say, the power outage circumstance, I'm going to have a TV on this. So I know the fan's going to kick in because I'm running a TV. So that's pretty cool. This thing can run a TV and the fan will kick in. So, you know, you kind of have to weigh that, I guess. But really, that's the only con that I can think of, is the fan on this. Everything else works as intended for this device. Runs great. Have I had any heat issues? Has it turned off? Has it done anything weird on me? No. Since I owned it, it hasn't done anything weird. I've had this front LED on all night long. Like I said, when I was camping, my girls needed some light. So I just turned it on, and I'll just show you that to you now, the LED light. So there's the LED light turned on. Nothing too bright, but it would be enough that if you're in a dark room, it would do a little bit of ambient lighting. But yeah, other than that, pros and cons, I really can't think of anything after a year of ownership. And also to mention, Ridgid has their LSA service agreement, so you just register this as well as all your batteries and any of your Ridgid tools, and they have the LSA. So if anything happens to it, you just send it away or bring it to a local repair shop, and they will fix it free of charge, and you get it back up and running. So what can you ask for at the end of the day than that? It's the industry's leading warranty service. They don't call it a warranty, it's an LSA, lifetime service agreement. But at the end of the day, if they fix the tool and it comes back, to me, that's a warranty, in my opinion. But anyways, let's jump into my final thoughts. Would I buy this again after a year owning it? Final thoughts. Okay, so my final thoughts on this product. Would I buy it again after owning it for a year? Absolutely. For my use, whether it's camping, power outages, or in the shop, definitely suits my needs. Charges my phone when I need it charged. LED light, like I explained in the video. it does everything I need it to do. So with that, I'm going to give it a check mark as a good product for myself, and hopefully when you buy this product, it'll do exactly what you need it to do, and the different things that I use this for might be the exact same as what you're going to use this for. Outside of that, it's not made, like I said, for anything big, so don't buy it if you're planning on powering a fridge or a coffee maker or anything that takes a lot of amperage. This thing won't work. So it will just blink at you if you plug it in. It won't affect the unit, it just won't power it on. So just keep that in mind if you're looking at purchasing this, that it won't run bigger units, but it will, of course, do whatever you need to do for smaller stuff. So thanks for watching today's video. Hopefully for my year of ownership and all the stuff that I've went over today, that's something that would interest you and your needs and what you would use this device for in your shop. Thanks for watching today's video. Hopefully you learned a little bit about this product and what I've learned over the last year about it and what it can do. Hopefully it's something that you can see in your shop today. And if you haven't already and like to be part of the Shop Talk family, please click on that link below. We'd love to have you on board to chat anything related to woodworking, drawer reviews, and interviews that I do on my channel. So please give me a thumbs up, and I will catch you on the next video. Shop Talk family.